The buzz that you get of scoring a goal, playing a game, the adrenaline. I felt the same way when I'm standing with an operation table. It's true.
Hey Copper fam, here in sunny Lyon, I am joined by Nadia Nadim. She's an amazing person and we're basically just going to learn about your journey being a footballer and recreating some of your goals and some of your best moments.
Cool.
So, okay, we're going to go literally way back, right?
Yeah.
So where did it start for you? Obviously born in Afghanistan.
Yeah. You know, I knew what football was before I came to Denmark, but my dad was really into sports. He used to play felt hockey himself, and I think the first person who introduced us to the game was my dad coming with a football. Yeah. But because I've never seen a football being played on TV or knew nothing about it, we started playing other games with it, throwing and dodgeballs. Yeah,
so
yeah.
You've never seen it on TV?
Never. And then one day I remember him was like, no guys, this is the wrong way. He was a busy guy and it was in our backyard and he was like, you're supposed to like kick it with your feet.
So obviously in Afghanistan, you know, you said then you couldn't really play football, but obviously you fled and you were in a refugee camp, right? And
yeah.
It kind of started there a bit more.
Exactly, yeah. So because of the war and my dad was killed, we had to leave the country. I was living in a refugee camp in Denmark because we had to wait for us to, get the asylum if they're gonna let us stay or they're gonna send us back. It was literally like this. Imagine this is the refugee camp and you had like the fields of this great football club. And between me and the camp was these kind of fences and we used to watch from the outside and look in. That's the first time I saw girls play football and I'm like, oh wow, that looks so cool. And then we used to run back to the camp and we had the little pinky dodgeball and then we used to try to, play against each other.
Do you think it's also crazy, when we're talking about your journey from then to like now you are a professional footballer, obviously that would have been deemed as like impossible in your home country, right?
Yeah, definitely. At that point I didn't even knew this was an option. Like I couldn't even dream about it because I didn't know about it. I started dreaming about it when I was, in the camp.
Talk me through, what was like your first game?
After I've been watching these kids, the other team from the outside, play one day, I think like maybe 3 months later, I went over to the coach and I was like, literally, and he was like, yeah. He was such a nice person and I think he obviously changed my life because I started training with them, no games. I trained probably a month, but then one day he came over and then he gave me a little note where it says, Saturday, be here at 12. I was like, is this, when you're like, is this for you? Because I wasn't really sure if that was a game or what it was. Yeah, that was my first game and I started as a defender, I'll just say.
Yeah, I heard that you started in defence and didn't you score a hat-trick?
Yeah, and then because I think, always like speed-wise, I wasn't, because at that point I haven't really reached my technical skill set because I just had literally started. And then I was like, you know what, I don't want to be in defence, it's kind of not my cup of tea.
Well, all this talk is making me want to play some football. Should we go play?
Vamos.
Let's do it. So you are a renowned penalty taker, right? You've only missed one in your career, but you put the rebound in anyway, so it kind of doesn't count as a miss. Should we have a look at some?
Make it 3 for 3. Nadim made her first 3. Her last was saved. This one is good!
Okay, so you've gone two sides. You're not sticking to one side.
No. First, I love taking PKs just because the pressure. I love pressure. I don't know what it is. I look at the keepers mostly. I look what they do. So there's not a lot of keepers that are ice cold and stay until I choose the side. Most of them, they cannot wait and then they go to early or like move and then I'm like, oh, she's going to the right side, and
so
then I'm
you
gonna
wait
lift.
for the keeper?
Yeah,
okay.
But when we play games, some of them like important, really important game, they know where you want to go, how you want to do it. So when we played the Euros finals, remember the keeper, she waited and waited and then I have a plan B that I'm just gonna smash at this side in case she's not choosing, because you don't want to panic.
No.
But then I have my security net
and it smashed in, right?
Yeah.
Should we take some?
Let's go.
Let's do it. If I score this, maybe I'll take some penalties this season.
And you know what? The reason I run straight is because he cannot, he
Tell your
doesn't know,
body.
yeah, where you're going.
Okay. Just so you know, that way.
Oh,
that was
good.
good.
That was really good. You
Okay.
got it badly.
Oh,
Easy.
easy.
Here.
Easy. I tried to dink him, but it still went in. We'll take that.
You didn't think that? Keeper!
Keeper! Have you got a hole in your legs?
What happened? Go.
Come on, keeper. Where's she going? Oh! He went the right way as well.
He did.
Okay, let me try one. World Cup final. England.
Versus France.
Oh! I went for power that time. See, the other two,
yeah.
I went for placement. So
Dernière fois.
I need to end on a goal. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
have to take
have
one more.
to.
Sorry.
It's because you keep going that way, I don't care.
Oh! Have you ever done that in a game?
I'm not yet.
Please do that.
Let's go. You
Let's
got
go.
this.
Come on. Pressure. Ronaldo. I was gonna go that way as well, but I see.
You have to do the Ronaldo celebration now.
Come on. Okay, so you're up front now, banging all the goals in. You get a call up. Well, you sign your pro contract, right?
Yeah.
And then you get your first call up for the Danish team. Tell me about that. Like, what did that feel like?
So, like, obviously being in the country for 7 years, you know, I had the chance to be around the Danish national team earlier, but because I wasn't a Danish citizen. The day I got my passport, I was super excited. You know, you have to go through the test. And then the coach, a week later, he called me. He's like, yeah, I'm taking you in for the next Algarve Cup. I was like, oh, super excited. You know, I had my debut against US. And then when I came back, I obviously had like issues with my schools because, you know, school and education has always been a huge part of my life. And the only way I could play football was if I did my homework or if I, like, you know, was being serious in school. When I had the chance to choose what I wanted, medicine felt natural just because I wanted to help and want to be in contact with people, and I had missed this huge exams because it was on the same time. And then the lady was like, oh yeah, sorry. I was like, so I need the help, what should I do? She's like, oh, I'm sorry, you have to choose. You cannot be a professional footballer or and the doctor, that's not possible. And I was like, yeah, well, let's see if it's possible or not. And then yeah, and they actually changed almost the system in school because
For you to be able to.
yeah, because now they have like, you have the entire people or a group of people who try to help athletes and their education, which is pretty awesome.
Okay, penalties done. Next up, one-on-ones. I've seen you in front of goal and you are ice cold. Should we look at some first?
Let's go.
Let's have a look. Okay. Okay, so this one, you're taking it round the keeper.
Leaving it. Nadim!
Are you waiting for them to make a move again, like in penalties, or are you usually just like?
You know, I think football is like all about like reading the situations. I never have like, oh, I have to do this. You see what the other person does and then you have to react out of it, you know? And I feel the older I've become, the like more you want to be like cold finish as soon as possible. When I was younger, I used to dribble once, come back. You know, you used to have like this kind of street football mindset. Yeah, do a bit like too much. Now it's like when I'm in the box, I try to finish as soon as possible because I know where the goal is.
And you're just like, you think one-on-one, you're in your head, it's a goal.
Most of the time, yeah. That's what I believe, like every time, but not every time it's gonna be a goal. Yeah,
teach me. Okay, let's do it. Okay, here we go. The ball's on. Here she is. One-on-one. Oh! She's toying with him. Oh! Oh, keep me, you Adam. Okay, I'm probably not gonna do any of that. She is. Yeah. There we go. Keeper's coming out a lot. Oh, oh my gosh. Is she gonna love him? Oh!
Save this!
This is exciting stuff.
Go.
You're showing yourself now. I mean,
Calm and easy.
come on.
Was that Peter Crouch?
Peter Crouch is this one. I tried to do the Daniel Sturridge. Okay, go. Oh,
Fucking hell.
he's going harder on you.
Okay, let's go.
My last one. Here we go.
Oh, that was...
He wasn't letting me have that one. Have you studied him now?
Fuck that, there's no need for study for this guy, come on.
Oh, that is what I'm talking about. That is it.
Let's do it again.
We were going to recreate another goal, but it's too hot and I'm sweating.
Melting, yeah, I know, like, forget this. Look at
I want to know about PSG. So you've been there for, what's it been, like 6 months? You scored on your debut.
Yeah.
How's it been there for you?
Amazing. I think it's, you know, first of all, like, I think this is one of the best clubs in Europe. Great players. The atmosphere at games are amazing. Everything, like, just love the city, love the French mentality, culture thing. Just suits me. And then, yeah, I should have been here earlier.
The fans, the ultras. Crazy.
Yeah, so crazy. You know what? The first game I think we played was -2 degrees. It was like, you know, super cold. Some of them were without the shirts. I was like, this is pretty passionate. Like, you know, I enjoy it. Like, they create amazing atmosphere for us, for the men's games. Without them, the stadium looks empty. And it's pretty cool to see, you know, the audience
to see the guys
getting bigger.
like,
yeah, it's awesome.
Obviously, you're not just a footballer. You have so many other things going on.
Yeah.
What's taking up your time at the minute?
We have a summer break from football, from the club side. I've been doing a lot of charity work. I've worked with the NGOs. I've been in Kenya training some kids. It's important to raise awareness about these issues that are around the world.
Yeah, do you feel like you want to give back more? 'Cause
Definitely.
Of your journey?
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't think it's only about my journey, but as a human being, you know, I think what makes us different from other species are that you have empathy and sympathy. Like, you see someone laying down, the first reaction would be, let me try to get this person up. There's need for help a lot of places. That's all the reason I want to be a doctor. For me, I just felt that was my calling, you know. The buzz that you get of scoring a goal, playing a game, the adrenaline, I felt the same way when I'm standing with an operation table. It's true. I remember, like, you know, we had a game and I was like smashed the day after. I had to do, like, you know, help my professor with like surgery, kidney surgery. And she told me to hold this thing and I was so tired, my back was hurt. I stood there for an hour and a half like this, sweating, but I thought that was the coolest thing, you know, because it's different. But that's the reason I'm being surgeon, because you get the same energy out of it. I have 6 months left of my, before I get my doctor's degree, and then I start working as a young doctor at the hospital. And before I become a specialist, probably gonna take a couple of years, but no stress.
Nadia, thank you so much. I feel like I've learned more there. I've learned about your life. You're an incredible person.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Copper fam, you know what to do. Like, subscribe and all that. I hope you've enjoyed it and took something out of the game here, especially my penalties. Okay.
Killed it.
See you later. Bye.